this week in real Pirateball.
What's up, everybody? Greg Mercer here with This Week in Real Pirateball for week number 3 of the 2012 season. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. Over the first 18 games of the season, the Pirates neither scored nor allowed more than 5 runs in any game.
We're in the pipe, 5-5-5.
That tells you that the pitching and defense has obviously been pretty good so far, but it also means that the offense has not been hitting very well. In fact, going into Sunday's game, the Pirates have scored 0 or 1 runs in 45% of their games. The pitching has held up for about 2/3 of last season, so in the early going, I think it's really going to be up to the hitters if the Pirates are going to make waves in the Central. As of Sunday, the Pirates rank 3rd in the National League in runs allowed per game at 2.95. Every starter except for Jeff Carson's has an ERA below 3, and the team's combined whip of 1.17 is 5th best. In most seasons, the Pirates pitchers have control problems and also allow a ton of hits due to an abundance of pitch-to-contact type pitchers.
3, 2, 1,
but so far this year, the starters aren't walking anyone or allowing many home runs for that matter. Good teams generally have to have good pitching, and the Bucks have it right now. Sure beats the heck out of the big spending Yankees in their 4.62 ERA or the Red Sox with their 5.56 ERA. Speaking of pitching, A.J. Burnett returned to the Pirates last Saturday, and he's already on his way to proving that he's back in good form.
Y'all just halfway thoughts, not worth the back of my mind. But to understand the future, we have to go back in time.
In his 2 starts, Burnett has 15 strikeouts in 13 innings, an excellent 10.1 K per 9-inning ratio. Obviously, 2 games is a small sample, but in the early going, the Burnett acquisition is paying off just like the Pirates expected it to. With Pedro Alvarez starting to hit the ball with more regularity, Rod Barajas has supplanted him as the team's worst hitter.
Will I see you tonight on a downtown train?
His 130 average, 0 homers and 0 RBIs, and 374 OPS is good for an OPS plus of 7. Fans may be starting to wonder if Barajas will be yet another older player that the Pirates threw millions of dollars at who just didn't have anything left. With Michael McHenry batting near 300, Barajas needs to quickly locate his knack at hitting home runs, or else he may find himself with less time in the lineup.
Ooh, my little pudgy one, a pudgy one. When you gonna get some big flies, Barajas? Can you take a slower run? Are you a buck? Will you hit the Mendoza line, Barajas? Well, he's gonna fly. Give it up. Just another body who always picks him up. Retread bucks. Grab the older guys away. Woo! Barajas. Average looking grosser, huh? It's worse than mud. Gross enough to be the last guy, Barajas. 7 kids you have to feed. He lives to breed. But what's not his strength are the eyes, Barajas. Well, he's gonna fuck. Give it up. Just another body who always picks him up. Retread bucks. Grab the older guys away. Woo! Rod Barajas. Rod Barajas.
Reliever Jason Grilli has been grilling hitters in the late innings with regularity this April. He has 15 strikeouts in his 8 innings of work to only 1 walk. He's allowed a couple of homers, but for the most part, when Grilli comes in, the other team sits down. He's throwing in the mid-90s with his fastball, and the new center field camera angle really shows you the ridiculous movement that he has in his slider. He's taken control of the 8th inning duties and now has 4 holds to show for it. For yet another consecutive year, a major Pirates prospect has succumbed to an early season injury requiring surgery. This time it's 2011 second rounder Josh Bell. The 19-year-old outfielder felt discomfort in his knee, which later was found out to be a torn meniscus. The team expects him to be out for a while. It's really discouraging to see these players not be able to progress at a normal rate in the minors. Every season a player spends battling an injury means yet another year of waiting for them to hit the majors, if they ever get there. The Pirates played a 3-game series versus the Colorado Rockies at PNC Park this week. Let's fire up the Greg Mercer Pirates machine and show you the highlights. The Bucks won 5-4 on Tuesday. Down 4-3 in the 8th inning, Clint Barnes' home run and Casey McGee's single put the Bucks back on top for the 5-4 win. Wednesday was a doubleheader day due to a Monday rainout. The Pirates dropped the first game 2-1, spoiling James McDonald's great outing. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning and had 8 Ks on the day. In the second game, the Pirates were aided by the mid-afternoon sun in a 5-1 win. Carlos Gonzalez botched the potential second and third outs of the 5th inning, which led to 5 Pirates runs. Garrett Jones and Pedro Alvarez hit back-to-back homers, giving Alvarez home runs in both games that day. It was on to Atlanta for a wraparound 4-game series with the Braves. On Friday, the Pirates lost 6-1, breaking their season-long streak of allowing less than 5 runs in every game. A.J. Burnett pitched well for 6 innings, but relievers Tony Watson and Evan Meek were not sharp as the Braves scored 4 runs in the 7th. On Saturday, the Pirates exacted revenge in a 4-2 win. Eric Bedard struck out 9 batters in 5 innings. His breaking ball looked vicious on the center field camera angle. Alex Presley, Neil Walker, and Pedro Alvarez all had 2 hits. Thanks to a 7-for-21 stretch in the last 7 games, Alvarez has raised his batting average nearly 60 points, and it looks like he's finally starting to heat up. I'll try to briefly highlight the other 2 games next week. The Pirates' pitching feast and offensive famine have carried them to a 9-11 record after 20 games. They're right on pace for another 18-22 record after 40 games, just like last year. As usual, the Pirates are competing well in the early season, but if the pitching starts to decline, the offense will need to start producing runs to keep them near the 500 mark. After finishing up with the Braves on Monday, the Pirates will travel to St. Louis, and then it's back home to face the Reds. That's it for This Week in Real Pirateball for week number 3. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.